from a single tool. So, understanding the needs, why do we need synchronization and migration across the different ALM tools? Now, the next big question comes up in our mind is, what is synchronization? So, synchronization is the process of establishing consistency among data from a source tool to a target tool and vice versa, and also the continuous harmonization of the data over time between the tools that are involved in the data synchronization process. So let's take the following scenario. So here you can see that the two tools that are involved, tool A and tool B. Engineering team uses tool A, QA team is using tool B for managing their test cases. Now both engineering and QA team wants to stay with their own tools, but like to have visibility on the respective artifacts like the requirements, the tests, the defects, as well as for the management reporting purpose as well. So this is a typical example of synchronization, a bidirectional synchronization between two tools that are involved in the testing and the engineering phase. Now, next comes the challenges that we often face while doing synchronization. The first one, the data formats complexity. So, organizations implement numerous tools for different vendors. The data formats vary from one tool to the other, which results not only in building a simple interface between the source and the target tools, but also in a need to transform the data while passing them to the target application. The data formats, of course, vary from proprietary formats to plain text to XML. Next, real-timeness. Today's organization needs real-time updation. Now, the main challenge over here is to work with such applications which do not provide any API to identify the changes. In such cases, performance may be the limiting factor. Thirdly, the security. So different tools have different policies to enforce data security. Even though it is maintained correctly in the source tool, the same security must be enforced on the target tool as well to prevent any potential misuse of the information. Fourthly, the data quality. So maintaining data in one tool and sharing with other tools is best practice in managing and improving data quality. This prevents inconsistencies in the data caused by updating the same data in the target tool. And finally, the performance. So in case of large data, each of the steps involved during synchronization, like the data extraction from the source tool, the data transformation, data transfer to target tool, data load on the target tool, may have impact performance. Therefore, the synchronization needs to be carefully planned to avoid any negative impact during peak processing hours. Next, what is migration? So data migration is the process of transferring data from one tool to another while the organization thinks of replacing the source tool for various reasons. Data migration can be achieved manually or programmatically. Now, there are three main options to accomplish data migration. First, merge the systems from the two companies into a brand new one. Second, migrate one of the systems to the other one. And third, leave the systems as they are but create a common view on top of them. Now let's take up this following scenario. So here, the engineering team is using tool B and the QA team is using tool A, but the QA team wants to move from their tool A environment and wants to do their work in tool B. Now the QA team wants to use tool B's features and functionalities to execute their automation scripting as well. So this is an example of a one-way migration and replacing tool A with tool B. Now comes the challenges. So the first challenge is storage migration. So the challenge would be to handle application attachments and ASCII and UTF file formats, how they are migrated to the destination tool. Next is data migration. So the challenge over here would be to handle unmatched data types like the number, date, and vendor-specific proprietary formats. Third, security. So here the challenge would be during the migration to be compliant with the enforced data governance policy with the target application system. Fourth, the data quality, to maintain the data integrity and consistency as the data is migrated to the destination tool. And fourth, the data volume. So during the migration, another challenge would be the volume of data throughput, and also the migration team needs to plan that what would be the final cutover that they would require to make the complete migration successfully. Now comes the benefits of a synchronization and migration.